Can I tell you that we are excited for you to be here? We're covering some really exciting topics this week, specifically that of food and our relationship with food. We want to show you what we've been eating and what we've been drinking, or not eating, or not drinking. Basically, we want to show you what we're doing to make good choices. And we're glad you're here because hopefully those choices that we're making will have a positive impact on you. So, stay tuned. Maybe like, maybe subscribe, maybe ring the bell. It's up to you. You do you. I'm not your dad. But hopefully what you're about to see will have value. All right, I've come to the conclusion that if you're not using curbside pickup for groceries, you're doing it wrong. It is the greatest thing ever. I find when I go into the grocery store, I'm like, hey, let's spend a bunch of money. But if I do it online and then they bring it to us, I spent way less. And Andrea's gotten really good at it. She's like, click, click, clickety, click. They bring it to me. I get my full receipt. It's great. Curbside pickup for groceries. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Love it.
So Lily,
What?
we've made some changes.
Such as?
What we're eating, when we're eating,
How you're eating?
how we're eating. Yeah. What do you think so far?
I think we're going along. I think it's going good.
Yeah, I think you feel good.
I feel good. I feel good about it.
Me too. I made some physical changes, not many though.
Like what?
I'm doing the weights a little bit again. I've been getting up and trying to move every hour, just for a little bit, because I don't do much.
My watch yells at me every hour to stand up.
Do you do it?
Only half the time.
Ah.
Because half the time I'm in school.
Yeah, and you've been getting up and going for runs
I have been, yep.
on non-PE days.
On non-PE days because I run on PE days too.
Yeah. You're just trying to be healthy, though. You don't really have a ton of weight to lose or anything. No. Just mom and dad. But you're here along for the ride. You got our backs.
Yeah. I'm just along for the ride.
We appreciate you, though.
I appreciate you too.
Mother's Day was last week.
Yes, it was.
And we went to a little place called Bistro La Hermitage, a little French place. What did you think of that?
Very cottagecore. It's
What
literally
are
a
we,
cottage.
teenagers?
It's literally a cottage. It's cute, though.
It is.
So the food was good. I felt bad for the waitress who let us know she'd been there literally
For like 12
all
hours
day.
already. But no, you had the veal and the crab cake with the noodles and that beurre blanc, that butter sauce.
Beurre blanc.
Yeah. And then you had the creme brulee
I
afterwards.
did, and I loved, so that butter sauce reminds me of something we had at the inn at Little Washington.
That was an experience.
It was good. I'd never had veal before. Take it, leave it, it's not my favorite. Crab cake was real good though, the beurre sauce, and the creme brulee. The rest of it was great.
Fantastic. And then I did the filet with the shrimp and potatoes. The potatoes were slamming. Just a good crispy roast potato. And we did that with the red wine sauce. And then, honestly, the best part of the meal, in my opinion, was the cherry cheesecake.
With the Luxardos?
With the Luxardo cherries. If you don't know what a Luxardo cherry is, you need to figure it out because they are amazing. So, no, what you just saw with us doing that, that's not how we lost weight this week.
No, that was just Mother's Day.
That was just Mother's Day.
A one-off.
But on the weight loss front this week, how did you do?
I lost 4.5 pounds.
That is amazing. I lost 4. So that's 8.5 between the two of us. 4.5 and 4. And we could do the snaps all around, but it is what it is. And how did we do that is actually what we're here to talk about today. So
I was 327.8.
Yep.
Now I'm 323.3. Actually, I had to look. I forgot the number.
We've got notes because we're fancy.
Got to keep myself on. Part of it is accountability, right? Like, it's easy to say, I lost 4 pounds this week. Well, because maybe on Sunday, I weighed more again. And then I lost 4 more pounds to be the same exact the next week as I was the week previous. If you actually say the numbers, they get to go,
So fine. I started at 205.6 and I ended at 201.7. So 3.9.
And I want to say, if people are watching us, not everybody's into weight loss for the numbers or the inches. Some people just want to feel better. Some people want to sleep better. Some people are all about that body positivity, and I'm all there for you. I am in your corner. I am cheering for you.
Oh, absolutely.
This is just for me.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing for me.
Accountability. All right, so this isn't going to be a typical what do I eat in a day video because it's not really what do I eat in a day and here's a list of what I ate today, but we do this thing where we essentially script out what we're going to eat over the course of a week.
Well, you almost could say, here's a list of what I ate in a day.
Because it's always the same.
Because it's pretty much.
Okay, so knowing that it's the same, we've got a couple of categories. We know what we're going to drink each day. Let's talk about that. We know what lunch is going to look like, usually.
It's one of 3 things.
Yeah, and then dinner is the wild card. But, so the drinks are the big one. Usually in the morning, I'm going to do a cup of coffee, just black coffee, with a single Splenda. That's me.
I have to do 2 Splendas. Sometimes I'll do a fat-free creamer.
And then that's also when we start our water intake. Remember, 64 ounces a day. That's what we're shooting for. And we'll probably drink an energy drink at some point during the day. The Mountain Dew Amp Energies, the blueberry pomegranate
like
ones.
10 calories.
Yeah, those are good. And so that's what we're drinking throughout the course of the day. And then lunch rolls around.
So we have a standard fare, but before we get into that, sometimes I mix it up with some Dino Nuggies and French fries, like a toddler. Nuggies. I love it. It's like 6 points for the nuggets, 3 points for the fries, so it's like a 9-point lunch.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'll do chicken noodle soup, which is like 4 points for a bowl.
Yep.
Sometimes we'll do chili, which is like 2 to 4 points for a bowl.
And that's always filling.
It's
heavy on the beans.
Turkey chili. It's heavy on the beans, yep. But most of the time, we do eggs and toast.
Eggs and toast. And we're intermittent fasting in there on the on a 16/8. And wait, 16/8? Did I get that right?
Yeah, 16/8.
And so we're not eating breakfast or lunch until right around 11:30 or noon each day. And
then we stop eating by 7:38 each day.
But eggs and toast, they're high protein, they're very low calorie, and for those of you on WW, like we are, they're 0 point for the eggs. And then
sometimes we do egg whites because we know that even though they're 0 points, eggs have calories.
Yes.
So if I want 3 eggs, for example, I'm feeling particularly hungry that day, the 3rd egg is egg white.
Yep.
And then the toast. I did a little digging. So we used to do 647 bread.
Yep, which is good.
It's okay. Truly, I feel like as time went on, I started to feel how different it was. I don't know how to classify that. We tried Dave's Killer, which is really good, but
really
high
good.
points.
Yeah.
I eventually settled on, my daughter likes Nature's Own butter bread, which is 2 points per slice. And I was doing that until I found out that their whole wheat, which it's whole wheat, but it doesn't have like bits in it, is only 1 point per slice.
Yep.
So I started doing that. If I switched to margarine, it'd be less points than the butter.
I love butter. That's how we got here in the first place. Okay, so lunch is usually going to be 2 eggs, 2 or 3 eggs, 2 pieces of toast, and butter. And that's where we work that out. Now, the daughter, she wants to essentially jump on board with what we're doing, so she's getting a fairly standard fare lunch for schools, which is going to be still same kind of thing. Have a sandwich, have a piece of cheese, have a Capri Sun.
And a fruit.
And a fruit. Capri Sun are notoriously low in calories. I always thought they were like 160.
They used to be. They changed it to be less sugar.
Yeah, they're like 35 calories in that. It's nuts. So yeah, she's doing a standard fare lunch. And then we get into dinner. And dinners are, like I said, the real wild card.
So our dinners are anywhere between 21 and 43 points.
Yes.
And that's with me. I said before that I had a small gripe with WW, and I still have it. If you search for HelloFresh meals in the app, they exist already.
Yeah.
And they're super high points. But if I take the recipe card and list the ingredients by their actual weight that they shipped me and plug it in, it's significantly less points. It's like 10 less points.
It is. I went through and I was crunching numbers for all of this, and we were averaging between 28 and 40 points per HelloFresh meal. But then after we crunched it down, we're sitting anywhere between 18 and 23. It is drastically better on the points.
Well, and so if I had taken those same ingredients and mapped a recipe and cooked it, I would have logged it as the lesser point. So I don't understand.
Absolutely.
I wonder if maybe convenience, or maybe they're being general. I don't know. But I don't select it by what's already entered. I always take the recipe card and build it myself. Yeah.
And so for those of you that aren't on WW, those 21 points, that's averaging about 864 calories. We took like the last 5 or 10 meals that we did, and I averaged everything together. So
in this works, what started the HelloFresh was not a diet-centric decision, nor a money one, because it's not cheap.
Nope.
What started the decision was convenience. We were struggling to routinely come up with meal plans. Neither of us wanted to think that hard about it.
You want to have a fight, plan a meal.
And so we kept putting it off and then eating out because we hadn't planned our meals. And when I added up the budget and I looked at our weight and all the things, and I went, well, this isn't working. So maybe I'll use this. And it has worked for a few months. I do see us getting kind of tired of the meals at the moment.
A little bit. But we're also coming into summer, and we're going to be going to do other gangster stuff that's not falling in that. But for what it's worth, the meals are really good.
They are good. They're delicious.
I mean, we had bulgogi beef stir fry. It was awesome. And then the
caramelized meatloaf.
Oh, the caramelized onion meatloafs were so good. And anything glazed, like there's the Hojian pork tenderloin, which is good.
Mm-hmm, that was pretty good.
We didn't make the epic nacho mac and cheese.
Well,
I'm sure it tastes as good as it sounds.
Too high point, too high calorie. When I entered it in, even mine, it was like 43 points. It's like 1,000 calories a serving, and I went, I might as well have a Big Mac, dude.
Big Macs are only 530 some odd calories. But no, the meals are good, and they actually align really well within the points if you're doing something like we're doing for lunches. So what we eat in a day is, let's have a cup of coffee and a whole bunch of water.
Some eggs.
Eggs and toast. Mm-hmm. And then we're eating a HelloFresh meal. And we did that for a week. Now, mind you, what did we not do?
We didn't drink.
We didn't drink. And that's a big deal. 4.5 pounds, 4 pounds. I wouldn't have guessed it. I mean, maybe I should have guessed it.
Well, I'm still within points, too. Like with these HelloFresh meals and the eggs. I even had a bowl of popcorn some nights.
Yep.
And I was still under points. Like, I wasn't using my weeklies at all either. And I know you're supposed to, but I didn't.
But no, it was a really good week for us, food-wise. Now, you've heard of the statement, you get skinny in the kitchen, but you get fit in the gym, which you wrote it there. The two things have to go together. And so our food has been one thing, but then we're also still, we've got the fitness goals that we're trying to attack with that. Is that the right word? That's the right word.
I don't have very strong, very big fitness goals. I should, but right now my focus is purely on trying to eliminate the need to... I have this need to snack and eat all the time and all this noise in my head. I don't eat like all day. I don't graze. But when I do eat, I eat a lot.
I graze. It's bad. I'm a grazer. But No, there's really not. Just don't graze.
Don't leave the food out.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And don't buy it in the first place if it's something you're gonna.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't have my favorite cereals in the house right now. That's something I do. So I'm a fan of cereal. When we were putting the grocery shopping list together yesterday, I almost said, don't forget to add corn checks, because I love corn checks. And corn checks and milk, that's points, that's calories. And it goes down fast. So
Well, you had a moment of weakness the other day. You went to the store to get an orange,
oh, I did.
and you came back with chips and dip,
I did.
which I promptly fed to the neighbor.
Oh yeah, we had friends over, and I had this big bag of chips and this tub of hell of a good dip. That's the brand name, and we didn't eat any.
No.
Neighbors ate it all.
And that's it. If Amy's watching, we love you, Amy.
We love you, Amy.
It's fine.
I didn't get any, but that's for
You
the
shouldn't
best.
have bought it in the first place.
Anyway, so yeah, that's what we ate this week.
So, what are the lessons learned?
Oh, don't drink alcohol because you don't lose weight. Don't graze because if you want to be ripped like Jesus, there's a joke there. If you want to be ripped like Jesus, grazing is not the way to go. And don't underestimate the power of a couple hundred extra steps and a jug of water. Those are my takeaways.
My takeaways are: don't let your husband go to the store by himself. Drink the water. Don't drink the alcohol. I need to start thinking about a fitness routine, even if it's a simple one.
That's great because I think that's going to bleed into something we're doing in the upcoming weeks. But yes, no, it's going to be awesome.
I'm unaware of what his plan is.
They're going to be great plans. All right.
Okay.
So, like, subscribe, ring the bell, ding ding, hey, and yeah, that's all I've got.
I want to note that you do most of the cooking.
I do. Are you saying it's my fault we're fat? Okay, don't answer
I
that.
didn't say that. You said that. No, I just mean a lot of the clips we filmed this week were you, and I even tried to help you a few times.
Oh, and I did the whole get out of my
Yeah,
kitchen.
you just like get out of my way. I'm cooking. I want to note that you do most of the cooking because one, you actually enjoy it,
Oh,
no
I
matter
do.
what you say, and two, you don't share projects well.
No,
So,
no, I don't.
but you know what? Get yourself a Garen. He's a good cook.
Everybody needs a Garen. All right, that's fun. Thanks for being here this week.